Cryptocurrency.
What's going on, you guys? How you doing today? This is a Monday, and I am Eric Brent, EB, from the Family Cash Machine. And this is Follow the Money, our YouTube channel, and we're going to talk today to you guys about money. This is one of the things that we, as a people, don't really understand it in the sense of its purest function, which is money is supposed to be something not just to exchange value of goods and service, but money is supposed to be something that you can store and it accumulates value. But that's not what we have today. Today we have currency, which is a difference because it actually loses purchasing power. And at one time it was backed by gold, which made it a certificate that represented the real money, which was the gold. Now, today, we're living in a much different time. And that day is really starting to decay. All of the economic systems around the world are starting to disintegrate. And value is inflating at an accelerated rate. So that means that we got to change our mindsets. We have to escape this global economic meltdown. And the only way we're going to do that is to re-educate ourselves. It's to get new information. There is so much promise and so much value today on the internet, as well as this whole digital, decentralized blockchain currency movement. It's not even funny, but the people are not awakened to what's going on. In fact, there's very, very little knowledge of cryptocurrency. Now, you guys hear me talking about Bitcoin. I'm probably the first guy from Compton, California, the CPT. I'm the first guy from Compton, California doing videos about Bitcoin. I guarantee you, there's nobody that outdated me as far as bringing this information to my people. So far, I've been responsible for dozens of individuals who have made a lot of money in the cryptocurrency industry, and that gives me chills. It makes me proud. It makes me very happy. Not proud in a sense of arrogance, but humble. And it makes me excited that I've been able to stimulate individuals to want to know and to understand this technology, because it is an amazing technology. Now, I'm going to give you guys right now 3 reasons why you want to learn cryptocurrency. First of all, the number 1 reason you want to learn it is because I don't think anyone on this particular video, watching this video, could find a debit card that exceeds 2025. So that in itself tells me they got plans for you after 2025. And those plans for you is going to interrupt and disrupt currency as you know it. They have a whole different agenda to bring in a digital currency. So that's one reason you want to learn cryptocurrency, because crypto means encrypted, with cryptography, that it allows us to decentralize this currency, meaning become anonymous, and to not be controlled or censored and be permissionless and censorship resistant and things like that. And we can basically, the people could control the value and transactions of value. Ooh, that's a whole different ballgame, because right now that's not the case. The people do not control transactions. The people do not control the value of money. That's all controlled by centralized banking, which I call the matrix, okay? Now, that's one reason you want to learn, is because they're coming with their own digital currency that's going to be centralized, and you want to learn how to be decentralized, and you want to learn how to disconnect from the system, and you want to be in a free, fair market where the people determines the value and not central banks or interest rates or GDP or none of that other crap. Unemployment, none of that is involved in real value, okay? That is all connected to a value that is predicated on debt. We'll get into that later. That's one reason you want to learn. The second reason you want to learn is because last year alone, there was $493 billionaires, not millionaires, billionaires created in the cryptocurrency space. They're not talking about that. But that was on Forbes. Now, when we talk about billionaires, I want you guys to understand 493, that's 500. And you need to understand this in the scope of this reality, that there's only 2,500 billionaires in the world. That's it, 2,500. So you're telling me that 1/5 of the entire world's billionaires were created inside of cryptocurrency last year. So this is where you want to be. Now, if there's 500 or 493 billionaires, who knows how many millionaires were created in the cryptocurrency industry? That's the other reason you want to learn. Last reason I'm going to give you, that's multiple reasons. I can sit here all day and come up with reasons behind reasons behind reasons behind reasons. But this is going to be the third one I'm going to give you now. The last point that I'm going to make on why you want to learn cryptocurrency right now is because cryptocurrency represents giving you more privacy with your value. Cryptocurrency represents you coming outside of a system where the value is controlled, transactions are controlled, and allowing you to have freedom to transact who and where and how you want to transact with individuals peer to peer, without using your name, without using your social, without using any identifying characteristics to who you are. Now, some people might hear that and go, oh, that sounds criminal. Why would you want to transact without nobody knowing who you are? Well, why would you want to transact with people knowing who you are? Because there's a thing out there called hackers that is huge, and there's a huge problem on the internet. So when you're transacting money on the internet, and you got to put your social and your name and your address, hackers can get this information and identity theft, okay? Or hack your accounts or whatever. So when you're using an encrypted form of value, not money, an encrypted form of value to transact value, and then that person takes those digital coins and transact it back to the currency world, that's that's on them to extract the value. But nevertheless, $100 in Bitcoin is $100 USD all day long. $1,000 in Bitcoin is $1,000 in USD all day long. So they can transcend it to the currency world when and how they want, but to make sure they get this value when they want, how they want, where they want, without any third party regulating. It's a lot of freedom in that. There's a lot of freedom in that. And so we're, in a time where transactions are being somewhat stagnated and being somewhat restricted to where we can't send funds, to certain people at certain times or certain amounts. So that is a huge disadvantage in the economic world. The economic world needs to move fast. Money needs to move. Money needs to be able to create velocity. And when money's velocity is slowed down, the people feel that. Your business is going to feel it. Your family is going to feel that. So you want the velocity of money to move faster. Now, these are three main reasons that I can see that you want to learn right now in the Family Cash Machine. The Family Cash Machine is a committee and a community of individuals who come together, okay, not just to recycle black dollars. No, that's not what we're about. We're about helping us to understand how can you create generational wealth. And I don't know any other better way to create generational wealth than with technology. This is how all the millionaires have been made over the last 20 years, from the internet and from some type of online businesses, whether it's e-commerce or whatever. So the latest trend now is digital currencies, decentralized digital currencies. So much money is being made here. And it's not just about buying and selling and trading. There's like a dozen different ways I can show you how money is being made with digital currency. I'm going to give you guys an example outside of what you know, which is buy and sell, buy and sell. The first thing I'm going to say here is Bitcoin is not going to make you millions. It's just not. Bitcoin is not where people making their millions now. Okay, let me give you an example. The average person is not making millions with Bitcoin because the average person who might put $500 in Bitcoin right now, or let's say you put $1,000 in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is averaging about 200% a year, which is, woo, astronomical. But let's say you got 200% in a year with $1,000. So what did you make? $2,000 plus the 1,000 you have, that's $3,000. You didn't get rich. But there are coins that are less than a penny that individuals are buying for $80, $100 for like 100 million of them. And if that coin just goes up to 1 penny, that's $1 million. Wow. So these are the different ones that people are making money on, but you have to understand the technology because every coin, every cryptocurrency function is not like Bitcoin where it's just used for transactions and commerce. There are some different coins that are programmed with a certain functionality and programmability to do a specific thing. This is why you need the courses. You need to start learning how these coins are working, and you need to learn something like NFTs, for instance. Like I think Tory Lanez made $1 million on NFT. I just saw a guy sell a picture, some art of a little duck or whatever that somebody drew for $20,000. So you can take your intellectual properties, you can take your music, your art, and you can make it a digital code to where it's encrypted, it's on the blockchain, nobody can hack it, and there's only one of your photos or your pictures that you painted, of course, there's only one, so it's unique. That's what it means. NFT means non-fungible token. It's a token that doesn't have the same value for each person. Some people might pay $20,000 or $50,000 for your art, and you can tokenize it. Wow. And this is huge right now in this industry. Imagine an artist taking his music and tokenizing his music, and individuals buying coins that represent shares of that music, and all that revenue coming to the artist. And he can make millions of dollars off of this type of technology. It is amazing how this is going. There's so much detail to it. We'll get into it later, but again, you guys need to take these courses. Family Cash Machine cryptocurrency classes. It's not just about cryptocurrency. We actually teach you about money. What is money? What's the difference between money and currency? What is the Federal Reserve? What is a central bank? Who prints money? Where does money come from? Where does currency come from? All of these different things we're not taught in school. We need to understand the root of currency and money and how it derives its value and how does it diminishes its value. These are things we never were taught. And with that understanding, you'll understand more of the value and how cryptocurrency creates value and how value is derived and things like that. So it's an amazing journey we're on. You guys need to click the link underneath here. Take a course. You won't regret it because knowledge, to learn something and to get the knowledge of this industry is more valuable than just making the money. Because there's so many people that make money, lose money, make money, lose money in this industry, but they still don't get it. They're still not understanding the undergirding principle of what this is all about. So there's courses that we teach. There's a community that you can be in, that you can save yourself, because if you just go into crypto right now and start learning, you're going to take losses because it's so new. It's so in its inception. We are the frontiers. And so we take a lot of arrows. I've taken a lot of arrows. My team has taken a lot of arrows. So why not join a group of individuals who've taken several arrows for you, and we can guide you and maneuver you from those things that you don't want to get involved with, because there is a lot of scams in this industry, and you don't want to be a part of that. So if you get into a course, and let's say you haven't finished the course, but you want to start, moving and shaking and making money in this industry, well, you're in a community of people who are doing it. We're actually doing it. We're actually making money in this industry, and we can guide you and keep you from making the losses that you will incur if you're not in a group of individuals who can guide you. And so you're going to pay either way. You're going to pay for the courses. And if you don't pay for the courses, which are like $350, it's no money. $350, $750. We got some bigger courses, but you can start as low as $350. You own the courses. There's no monthly payment. You can own that course. You can study at your own leisure when you want to study. You own them, But you now have access to a group of individuals who have been making money in this industry for 5-6 years, and we know the ins and outs, and we know the things that you can stay away from. Now, let's say you don't pay for a course. You're going to take some losses, and that loss might cost you more than what the course costs. And you always have access to us because we do meetings 2-3 times a week, and you can come into any one of the meetings at any time and get knowledge and ask questions and grow and learn what's the latest things we're investing in and have a great ride with this whole new technology called cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, and decentralization. So with that, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. This is Eric Brent, EB, and you guys have a great evening, family. Cash machine, follow the money, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.
Cryptocurrency.